are back. And when I say we, there's two of us now. Morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you are watching this. Welcome back, thank you for watching. And yeah, this channel is going to look a little bit different nowadays because it is time for you to meet Malbay. So we're just going to spend the day together because I'll be honest, if you can't tell, it's really cold. This fella is only 10 weeks old, which means I am very tired from waking up a lot during the night with him. I'm told it's like having a baby. Fair play to the parents out there. Yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit of a day in the life. I need to update you on Kilimanjaro because that's coming up soon. I'm training today, so I'll take you along for that. And we'll just have a day. We'll have a chat. I'll show you how it goes and there'll be a load of this guy in it. Alright? So first thing is first, is Malbay's favourite time of the day, breakfast. Yeah. Let's go. Say goodbye. So this is Malbay's breakfast. I'm getting him on to a fresh food diet, but you can't just give it them straight away. So this is his new food. So he's getting half, you can't see on camera, but he's just nipping at my legs. He's getting a little bit of that to help his digestion get used to that sort of new food in his new diet. And he's got puppy food, so he gets a little bit of that. Bed. Hey, look at that for training. And I'm crate training him too, so oh my goodness. So I give him his food in his crate so that he starts to enjoy it and he wants to be in there more. Right, time for my coffee. Enjoy. My last
10 out of 10.
It is 9:15. Malbay has just gone to sleep for his first little nap of the day. I am sat here editing this week's podcast episode, which is Back to Basics on nutrition. By the time you watch this, it should be out, so go and have a look at that. It'll be on the YouTube and on Spotify. But today's a Thursday. Thursday is pretty much, normally, is content only, whether that's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's written stuff. Thursday is generally like my big content day. But with it being the start of the year, I've got a lot of client programs to write. So I'm doing content this morning. I'm training this afternoon because my mum is coming to look after Malbay. And then I am this evening is pretty much client training programs. So yeah, I need to go back to this now.
Podcast edited, did a few posts for social media. This is life of having a puppy. You woke up at 2 in the morning, 6 in the morning, I think, last night, which actually isn't too bad. But my mum is minding him now, which means I can come and go to the gym. That's the biggest thing with having him, is I'm just having to balance how I get my own training in. My routine is a little bit different. Until he's had his jabs and he can walk, I'm not going to be able to train how I would normally train, which is fine. I'm still able to get in 3 or 4 times a week. It's just I'm more dependent on other people coming to mind him for me because I can't really leave him alone for an hour and a half, which is by the time I've gone to the gym, got back and everything, that's how long it takes. Now, since the last would have done one of these updates, I've actually injured myself. So I've got sciatica, I think, which is really fucking annoying. I know exactly what I did. I basically didn't rest properly. I did a long run on the Sunday. I think it was a 9k, 8 or 9k. Then I didn't sleep well that night, and then I went into train on the Monday morning, and I think that training session is something triggered it straight after that, and yeah, it's not been right since, which is pretty fucking annoying, especially with Kilimanjaro. So my plan with Kilimanjaro, it's 3.5 weeks away. The entire premise of my training program was built around slow, steady state cardio, lots of time on my feet, and because of the irritations in my nerve, for my recovery, I have to not spend much time on my feet. So it's meaning I've not done any runs or any real cardio work, because even cycling, the movement irritates it. So I've not really done any cardio work for 5 weeks now. And even the work that I do in the gym, so for instance, today's session, I've got back squats. Even that, I'm having to reduce the load, where I would normally be back squatting 90 to 100 kilos. I'm doing 50 kilos, I think I did last week, and I'll probably keep that the same this week. But I'm doing as much as I can, so basically full body split, 3 days a week. If I get a 4th session in again because of time, fantastic. But at the moment, the next 3 weeks now before Kilimanjaro is going to be about damage limitation, trying to make sure that basically I'm as fresh as possible for when it happens and when I'm good to go. And then I can worry about reintroducing running and reintroducing jiu-jitsu and everything else then. So back home from training. Yeah, it's felt good, that session. Again, I obviously I just feel quite limited with my lower body work, which is really frustrating considering it's the most important. Now, I'm pretty confident for Kilimanjaro, I'm not going to lie. I have a very good baseline of fitness anyway. I obviously did a lot of work before the injury, which will support what I'm trying to do. And it is, again, it's just pain management. But it was a good session. Felt all right. Back home now, writing training programs for my clients. Pretty much everybody I'm doing, pretty much everybody is either going for a fresh new program for the year, or depending on where they were at in the previous program, it's a case of updates. And that's something I always try and do with, well, I do with my client programming, is I want to make sure always we're reviewing, we're updating, and you should be doing that with your own programming, making sure you're looking at what's working, where are you progressing, are you seeing the physical changes that you want, and then that's where you address. That's what programming is, that's what an exercise program is. So that's my next sort of 2-3 hours before signing off. You might notice it's a little bit dark. That is because Malbay is currently asleep, which is a very beautiful moment in my day, because when he is not asleep, he is a nutter. I love it, so that's all right. Down. Yes, goodbye! Down. Yes, goodbye! You're so clever! My name is Malbay, they were my tricks. Like, comment and subscribe. We're gonna have a play, then it's dinner, and then it'll be the end of our daily vlog. You might have to excuse the crying dog slightly in the background, but dinner time. I've just decided actually I'm gonna do a full day of eating, because I didn't really show you any of my eating today. So one of the next videos on the channel is gonna be a full day of eating and sort of what I eat in this prep to Kilimanjaro, what I'm doing with my diet, and a bit more of a breakdown of how I manage my own nutrition. But because of the man in the background who pretty much demands all, crate training, not for the weak. I know it sounds like I'm being mean, by the way. I'm not being mean. I'm teaching him that it's okay to be alone. Anyway, because of the time that he takes, I've got to have like fast, easy. I'm eating fast, easy meals. So I've got basically potatoes and chicken, but it's like a little pre-made patatas bravas thing from Tesco. I'm gonna wrap this up really quick, and basically they're only 350 calories. A chicken breast, that was about 200 calories, 550 calories, big plate of food, high in protein, very filling. My dog's barking too much, so I'm gonna finish this bit here, sin a bit. It's the end of our vlog. Say goodbye, Malbay. So, yeah, puppy life has me fully. Obviously, January as a coach is really focusing on the year and getting ahead of, oh, thank you for biting, and getting ahead of myself, making sure the plans are in place, that clients are excited, and that we're feeling good for the new year, which is good. And then for myself, less than a month to Kilimanjaro, which I think, to be honest, with the injury, I've not really thought about it as much. I've been a little bit, not anxious about it, but there's been definitely times over the last month where I've been like, ooh, this is a bit sketchy now. But I'm starting to see the other side, and I feel excited for it. Like, it's a once in a lifetime thing, isn't it? So yeah, 3.5 weeks to go. I'll probably do one more prep video for you to see the build up to that. This man will feature, but in the meantime, what are you eating? In the meantime, I'm gonna find out what he's eating. His lead, I think. So comment, like, subscribe if you want to see more of me and you want to see more of this guy. Say bye. See ya.